Hello guys, my name is Atomic359 and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up Simple Radio and use Simple Radio for IL2. It is a voice comm program. Um, it's been around for a while. It was mainly used for DCS, but now they just finally got the developer for it to work alongside the developers of IL2 to make it work on IL2. Now there's two versions, like I said, there's the DCS standalone and then there is the IL2 version. I'm going to be going over the IL2 version. If you want to use the DCS version, it does work for IL2 on some servers. There's a video by another YouTuber named Sketch. He does a very good job going over that. But I am only going to be going over the IL2 version for today. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to download SRS for IL2. That's right here. Once you click that link, it'll bring you to the page to download it, and you're going to click the top one here. Now, if you are feeling generous or you have extra money to spend, you can donate to this guy as well. Sorry Bobby's a great guy. I'm pretty sure all this is freeware, so the donations are probably much appreciated. So yeah, let's get right into this. I'm going to download this right here. Click that. And then you're going to drag it to your desktop. Once it's dragged to your desktop, make a new folder. I'm going to name mine Simple Radio IL2. And once that's done, we can go ahead and minimize this and close this out for now. We're going to need to use this page here in a minute. Alright, so once you're done that, you're going to open these two folders. And you're going to unzip all of this into that Simple Radio folder that you just created. And then once that's done, you are now going to minimize this for right now. We'll get back to this in a second. But you're going to go back to the web page and you're going to scroll down. It says Setup for Clients. Step 1, we have to edit data / startup config in the game directory. Add the lines below at the bottom without the game running. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this line of code here, we're going to copy it, and what you're going to do, everybody's installs are different, so you're going to go to your install drive. So mine's on a 1 terabyte NVMe. It's under Steam, so it's common. IL2, bin, game. Then you're going to scroll down until you find startup config file. Where would you be? Oh, excuse me, I'm wrong. It's under data. Data, and then startup right here. Once you get to startup, you're going to scroll down to the very bottom, and you're going to punch in that source code that he posted on the forum. So this right here, you're just going to paste that in at the bottom. Then you hit save. I already have mine in, so I'm just going to undo mine. But you just hit save, and it'll save it. When you're done that, you can close this out. You can close this out. And I don't think we really need this much anymore because this is all like server setup stuff. So we don't really need to worry too much about any of this other stuff. This line of code here is if you have a sim shaker. So if you have one of those rumble seats for like your flight sim, you would need to add these two lines as well. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We don't have those. So I'm going to now launch the Simple Radio IL2 client. It's going to ask you if you need permission. You're going to put yes. I allow access. So now here's the interesting part that you're going to need to do. You're going to auto connect prompt. I always leave this on. You don't have to, but if you want to change the I want to hear someone through my left or right ear, this is how you change that. The intercom is like the spectator channel, so you'll hear everybody in the game. I put this on my left ear personally. This is how I just use it. And then radio switch works as push to talk. I turn that to on, and then I go to controls. And this is where you just set your keybinds. So radio 1 is your radio 1 push to talk. So I'm going to set that really quick. I'm done with that. And then you can change radio channel up and radio channel down. So let me set those two. Alright, so now that these are set, I'm good to go. And this is where you would set up your microphone. So whatever microphone you're actually using at the moment, I have a couple different ones, but mine picks up the default, but I will pick the one that I'm actually using right now. Same with the speakers. Alright, so I'm using the Sound Blaster speakers. So now that that's done, you can bring up this radio overlay, and I'll leave all this stuff up right here. And all you need to do now is just launch the game. So what I'll do really quick is I will launch the game just to show you guys that it's working. It should pop up on my screen that I'm going to join a game. So let me do that really quick for you. Alright, here we go. Let's hit play. Alright, so now as you can see, il-2 took the front page. Once I get into a game, you will see that it'll ask me do I want to join the il-2 SRS server? And I'm going to hit yes. The only way it'll know that you're joining an il-2 or an SRS server is if you do that line of code in the startup config. If you do not do it, it will not work properly. The other thing is the server has to be supporting the SRS client. If it's not and they don't have it set up, it will not work. Alright, but once we get this rocking and rolling, I'll show you guys how this works and we'll get on our way. Okay, so we just go to multiplayer, dogfight, combat box. And once it's done downloading the files, I'm going to select a faction, and once I'm done selecting the faction, you will see that it's going to give me a notification to join the server for SRS. Alright, so now that we're in the server, once it's finished loading, I'm going to select the allied side. Actually, first we're going to do is we're going to Alt-Tab. We're going to go to SRS here. So, il-2 Simple Radio, Auto Connect. Would you like to try to connect to il-2 SRS at srs.combatbox.net? You're going to click yes. And now you should have heard it ping. So now I'm ready to rock and roll. So now what I can do is I can also toggle the client list, and I will see people that are in the server right now. If they have a red dot, they're on the Allied side. If they have a white dot, they're spectating. If they have a blue dot, they're on the German side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the P47 just to get in a plane, and now you'll see that I can switch to different channels. So I'm in channel 3 now. There's one other person in channel 3 with me. Now if I do this, mic test, depending on if the person's actually there or not, they should hear me, they should respond back. It sounds like the guy's not there, so I'll move to a different channel. Mic test.
Radio check.
So I got it through. Thank you, appreciate it. I'm making a video, tutorial video on how to do this. Set up SRS. But that's it, guys. Hope you appreciate the video.
Mic check on SRS.
And that's how you do the SRS on IL-2.